We promised it. We always have it when we're on the show. So good to have him around. We will get him in a little bit. We're trying to reach him right now.
He's a tough guy to reach.
I think he does things only via fax these days.
And beeper. He's got two beepers.
We're trying to contact him on his beeper. He's like the only guy who's not a doctor who uses a beeper.
There you go.
Let's reset a little bit because we were talking about stuff, and I want to put stubble fielding into the. Don't you want to do that?
Benner Nash said at Sklar Brothers, warm me stubble fielding the mailman's mail.
All right, he's back.
It's already happening.
He's on.
He's on.
We got him. He's here. You guys know him. Boston. Is he a columnist? He's as much of a columnist as Greg Doyle is a lover of women's basketball. Art Farber, how are you, sir?
Randy J, happy holidays. Congratulations on Sklarbro Country, your podcast.
Thank you, my friend.
Haven't had me on yet, but that's fine. My buddy Dooley has a podcast that he does. He works for Tom's of Maine. He does the Tom's of Maine podcast.
Okay. I love Tom's of Maine. I always wondered what it was like to taste gravel. So thank you, Tom's of Maine.
I got to say, the place, I don't think that deodorant works so good. That place stinks.
Yeah.
Every time I go to do that podcast.
I'm just going to say a lot of stinky people working that podcast.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Hey, man,
it's like a cheese shop in Green Bay.
That's what I want to smell like, your uncle from Maine that doesn't pay his taxes.
Hello.
Right. There we go.
There it is.
Unbelievable.
Suddenly this got political. So what's happening, my man?
Listen, I don't know. Feeling good. It's the holidays, want to wish you guys a Merry Chanukah.
Thank you very much.
Already
I think
passed.
that's correctly the way it is pronounced.
And I know Christmas is kind of a bummer for you guys, but if you want to come over to my house on Christmas, you're more than welcome to. We'll all be blotto by like 1 o'clock. But
fantastic.
What will you guys do on Christmas?
Chinese food, maybe rent Yentl.
Rent Yentl, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. That's an awesome movie.
It is awesome. It really is an awesome movie.
When you talk about movies, some of the greatest sports movies of all time, Yentl's up there.
Yentl is
always up there for me.
It's the Rudy of Jewish movies.
Can I ask you guys something?
Sure.
Okay, you get 8 presents on Chanukah, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
But I was thinking about it. I get 8 presents. I get like 15 presents.
You get them all at once.
Yeah.
We spread ours out. It's more it's more practical.
Feels like kind of a scam.
It is a bit of a scam, but we've gotten used to it. It's all we know. All right, let's talk about Shaq. Let's Shaq.
Let's get into it.
Because I know you want to talk about it.
Shaq is doing awesome. I want to talk about the C's.
C's are ridiculous. The C's are ridiculous.
They're doing so well right now, and I'm so happy about it. And the thing is Shaq's bringing so much to the city. Showed up in Harvard Square as a statue or a Shaq 2.
Shaq 2, yeah. Shaq 2 was great.
Directed the Boston Pops.
That was incredible, which I saw footage of that. Was he not wearing socks?
Maybe not.
He was wearing a tuxedo, Hush Puppies, no socks.
Yeah, no, he's got to be with the earth when he's doing it.
Sure.
And it's freaking hard to direct
on
the
a
Pops.
stage.
It is hard.
I mean, they offered that job one night to my friend Dooley's little brother because his little brother Shane, he's in a wheelchair.
Okay.
And Shane's got spina bifida,
Come on.
All right, come on.
And Shane turned it down.
He turned it down?
Dummy. He's like, I got enough problems. What do we need that pressure for?
And that is pressure. That is pressure, and that's why people forget that. Shaq wasn't just coming in and messing around. He was doing his best. Did he get that idea from the Smart water commercial? Or
maybe, yeah. He was like doing vitamin water. My question was that, I could tell while he was directing it that there was a brief moment where he mouthed the words, "Kobe, how's my brass taste?"
That was weird.
It was for the brass section.
You guys are really intuitive. You really know a lot about
right?
sports.
I was watching it closely.
But listen, this is my point.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get Shaq doing more stuff. I mean, he's just not doing enough. Think of all the things he could do.
He's been doing a lot.
No, more. He can do more. And let's take a lesson from another great Boston athlete, Marky Mark, okay?
Sure.
Marky Mark has had a ton of careers. He was a rapper.
Wahlberg, yeah.
He was an underwear model.
Sure.
He played for the Philadelphia Eagles.
He did not.
He was a porn star.
Mm-hmm.
He's done all this stuff.
He's a boxer. Now. Fighter.
We got to get Shaq doing other stuff. We got to get him doing the weather. Call up Dick Albert on Channel 5. Sorry, bud, you're out of a job. Shaq's doing the weather now.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Shaq's so tall, he can see any weather coming. He can
see a cold front coming in. Sure.
That's right.
He can see a system.
Right. He'll
definitely see it before the regular weatherman will.
Oh, for sure. Then let me ask you this, guys. How come Shaq isn't making great movies while he's in Boston, like Kazaam and Blue Chips?
That's true.
Okay?
Yeah, I agree. You're not getting an argument from us. Why is he not doing more?
You mentioned The Fighter, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned The Fighter. Okay, great movie. But what if Kazaam was Marky Mark's brother?
See, I like that. I like where you're heading with that. Sure.
How much better would that be?
So much better.
That'd be a lot better than having a drug addict help you out.
Agreed.
You'd have Kazaam. Or, what if in Good Will Hunting, Kazaam was Matt Damon's friend?
So you want Shaq as the character, as a genie.
You want to go back and reshoot scenes
Good Will
from Hunting to include Shaq as a giant genie.
Yeah. I think that would be great. Knock Ben Affleck out of there.
Right.
Get rid of him. We don't need him.
We don't
and then
need
we do
him.
a love scene with Minnie Driver, with Kazaam and Minnie Driver.
Because I could see that moment where they pull up to Matt Damon's house, Kazaam gets out of the car.
Exactly.
He doesn't have to walk because he can kind of levitate. Gets on a carpet, comes up to the front door.
Goes up to the front door.
And guess what? He's gone. There's that moment where he could cry, he could get upset about it, but he just smiles to himself and he says, you know what? That guy got out. Gets back on the carpet.
And I would say, let's do an Icy Hot commercial right in the middle of that scene. Like just getting on and off the carpet has got to be rough on his knees. Put an Icy Hot patch on there. Right? Are we thinking here? Or what are we spitballing?
Kazaam would have all the answers to the math problems, too. He wouldn't even have to do all that work.
He would have all the answers.
Listen, I know another way that Shaq can help me out personally.
Sure. Let's hear it.
Okay. I got into a little trouble. Just want to say one of the Celtic dancers, her name is Courtney. And basically, I followed her home one night, and then I made contact with her at a Borders bookstore in Peabody.
Not good.
And I was supposed to stay like 100 feet from her, which is complicated because I know I'm going to have some courtside seats this year, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
Right. What are you going to do?
Probably fix that. Shaq could fix that for me.
How?
Yeah, how is he going to fix that?
Just put on the Kazaam hat and just go bally bally boo. Problem solved.
Oh, you want? Is he going to erase her memory of the situation
or make her disappear?
It's
up to him.
Let me think about it. One or the other. Either one. That's good. I wouldn't think of that. He could just erase her memory, and that way she could still live.
Okay.
She would still have her
That's
family.
very gracious of you.
This is very dark.
This got so dark so quickly.
Hey, you know what else Shaq could do?
What?
Let him recreate Paul Revere's ride.
Okay.
There it is.
Let him recreate the tea party. How hilarious would that be? Shaq drinking tea.
Totally hilarious. But I feel like we need a bigger horse because any regular size horse would look like a Shetland horse. You'd need a Clydesdale.
I got it figured out. He doesn't ride a horse. He gets one of those duck buses. He drives one of those duck buses around the city.
He'll drive a duck bus around the city.
A duck bus that goes in water and goes on land, and with all the tourists in the back.
Dressed as Kazaam?
Of course. And wait, how about this?
Yeah.
I know what else Shaq could do. Shaq could write Tony Maserati's column for the Boston Globe.
Okay?
This is a sports reporter who writes for the Boston Globe, Tony Maserati. Guy writes the same friggin' sports column every Christmas. What I wish for Boston sports. Okay? Yeah, you wish Rajon Rondo would hit his free throws. Yeah, I wish Doc Rivers would hit the three. Yeah, great. Thanks for stating the friggin' obvious.
Even though Doc Rivers is the coach and he can't hit a three. But
when is the last time Doc Rivers hit a three?
Would use the three. But use the three.
Use the three.
Okay,
all right, fine.
He's getting worked up.
Okay.
I could write better than that.
Okay.
But look, guys, I got to wrap it up, okay?
Wrap it up.
Because I got to go. I got to wrap some presents myself. Literally wrap it up.
I understand.
I'm going to finish right now and just say that Shaq is awesome. He's totally number one.
Mm-hmm.
And what I would like to do
Not really.
is sing a song written to the tune of Aerosmith's Dream On.
Okay.
And here we go.
All right, let's hear it. We're ready. Let's do it.
Born ready.
Here we go. Every time Shaq looks in the mirror, his role in Boston gets really clearer. He can do anything. We could get rid of Tom Brady. The QB would be Shaquille. And he would be sleeping with Giselle. I know Shaq is my bro. He's going to hear this piece and then we'll be best friends. Can't believe the Sklars haven't had me on Sklar, bro. That's cool. I got the Toms of Maine podcast. Shaquille O'Neal. Boston is awesome and that's how we feel. Shaquille O'Neal. Marky Mark and Kazaam, that'd be super real. Shaquille.
Nice.
Shaquille.
All right.
There you go.
Merry Chanukah, Sklars.
All right. Happy Chanukah.
There it is. Art Farber, ladies and gentlemen.
The majesty of Art Farber. God, I love it every time he comes on.
He brought it.
All right, we only have half an hour left on this show. Is that ridiculous?
I can't believe it's winding down.
Going to do some big emails of the day later, and we're going to big email of the day, and maybe a big call of the day, maybe a big text of the day. You guys have been great. Sklones, you've been amazing. And remember, we're going to be here next week, so there's plenty of show. And again, visit us on the web, a little Sklarbro country at Earwolf. www.earwolf.com or download on iTunes. It's free.
This is
podcast.
This is Trampled by Turtles. The song is Wait So Long.
So good. So good. All right, when we come back, we'll talk Rex Ryan. We've been teasing it.
We'll land this plane, people. We're bringing it home.
We're bringing it home. Sklar Brothers filling in for Jim Rome on the Premier Radio Networks.
You're listening to The Jim Rome Show.
Kind of sad. Only half a show left, or not half an hour of a
Maybe we'll
of a
just
show
turn
left.
off the microphones and keep doing a show. No. We do Sklarbro Country when that happens.
That's right, Sklarbro Country. You can get it at earwolf.com. Please, if you like what we do here, please go.
This week on the show, Jeff Ross,
the Roastmaster General,
talks about some of his greatest athlete rips and roasts that are hilarious.
I have an email, Jay, and we're going to do the big email of the day in this segment. Dear Sklars, that song was horrible. Regards, the Please Stay LeBron song. Oh, my God. Is this better or worse than the Canada Northern Lights? Sometimes tears are not enough.
This is better.
I think it is.